Hey guys, Gaming Off the Grid here. With the PlayStation 2 turning 20 years old this year, we thought it'd be a lot of fun to drop a nostalgia bomb. In today's episode, we unbox a PS2 Slim in 2020. What are we drinking today?
Today we're drinking Operation Breakfast by Flying Dog. It's an all-you-can-eat coffee vanilla stout.
All right, it's breakfast time. You know the drill. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell icon so you never miss an upload. And sit back, relax, pour yourself a beer if you care to, and let's unbox this PS2 in 2020.
Want to know about beer, wrestling games, or gaming? You've got to check out Gaming Off the Grid.
All right, here we go. We have had a lot of PS2 related content lately. It is so hard to believe that the console turns 20 this year.
It's so crazy, and we were digging through the closet, and we were like, dude, we have a complete in-box PS2 Slim?
Yeah.
Let's freaking unbox that, because I remember getting a PS2 when I was younger, and it was awesome, but I don't really remember what was inside of it. I just remember playing it, you know?
One of my favorite things to collect, retro gaming is there's a lot of nostalgia involved, and I love collecting complete in-box consoles. And I got this last year for a super good deal. And it's one of the cleanest complete in-box PS2s I've ever seen. To the point where like the little plastic peel cover
it's
is
still on the
console.
system. Yeah, it's so cool.
The controller has never been used. That's in here. It's primo. I don't think they hardly ever touched it. We're gonna dig into this thing and show you what unboxing a PS2 Slim was like when it was brand new off the store shelves. Let's go. All right, here we go. Here it is, the PlayStation 2 Slim. The front of the box, a lot of Sony stuff back in this time frame was pretty blasé, I would say. There's not a lot of frills or flash, but one thing that's always fun, I think, to look back on in these consoles is like, what were they pushing? What were the big games at the time? You have Sly 2, ATV Off-Road Fury 3, Ratchet and Clank, Up Your Arsenal, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Also advertising, some of the peripherals. You got your controller, your memory cards. It's cool that they have a PS1 memory card on here. I think that's neat, kind of showcasing that backwards compatibility. The remote, multi-tap, so on and so forth. But you guys want to see what's inside this box. So right away when you open it, I had mentioned that controller. We've got a controller that is still wrapped. This has never been used. It is pretty awesome. Actually, when we got this, we broke the tape open, so it had never even seen the light of day. So it's still wrapped like it was when it came from the factory. I don't know how well the camera's gonna pick it up, but you can see the matte finish on that controller. This thing has never been touched. We've used it a couple times to get B-roll for other episodes, but this is a brand new Sony PS2 controller in 2020, so that is pretty neat. We'll get that out of the way here. So they've always had this insert that things were set up on top. Some of this stuff maybe, like I think this was for the cords and that, we didn't put it back in there. We've used this console, again, several times for B-roll shots. But you got your cords, power cord. This has never been opened. It's still sealed. We have never had that out, so that's pretty wild. You got your AV cables that came stock. Here's the good old power cord. I don't think this has probably ever been used. And bam, here it is. The money maker. They had this nice foam wrap that they sent them in. Here's the peel deal that we were talking about. It's still there. Just going to show you the edge. I don't want to take it off. Man, you can just tell there is no dust. No crust. I mean, this thing is pristine. I don't even know that they ever used this. This thing, there is just not a speck on it. It's just beautiful. So beautiful. I feel like Bob Ross talking about this thing right now. I get so excited. And then, unopened, the inserts. Unopened until now. You hear that seal break? Holy smokes. So you got the notice. You got the online startup disc. Look at that. It's never even been out. You can see it's still sealed right there. This is awesome. AOL. Get your online services, folks. Call 1-866-203-4772. Take your game to the next level. You can call Sony's technical support. Wonder if that's still their number. Get a good look at that, folks. Give them a dial. They'll appreciate it. A guide to video game ratings. This is kind of a big deal, you know, with Grand Theft Auto games and things like that. So it's pretty neat. PlayStation Underground. I don't know if you guys knew this, but it is the place to be. So if you aren't there, figure something out. This is a great magazine, by the way. I don't know if you guys remember that. Very cool. Another little Sony insert. They love this yellow paper. This is Green Goblin here. Dual disc software. Okay, and then you got the manual. Just plain black and white. I mean, that is it, folks. I mean, I kind of get it spread out here just to kind of take another look. But that's what you would get with a PS2 Slim back in the day. We kind of made a mess of it, but that is it. Many of you probably experienced that on a birthday or a Christmas. We did. It's hard to believe that this guy, this year, turns 20 years old. Man, we're getting old. Now that was a fun little piece of nostalgia. It was just kind of like going down memory lane. I remember getting the PS2 Slim to replace my Fat because I had a warranty at Best Buy and it burned up for like the third or fourth time.
You tricked the warranty, dude. It was so cool looking at stuff because when I was a kid and I opened my PS2, I was not careful. I was just ripping things. I was opening all the packages even though I didn't need to. I didn't need to open all that paper stuff, but I probably just threw it all away. And it's so cool how some of that stuff was still sealed. Someone had that just and never opened it. Yeah. That's crazy. It's so cool seeing how minty too the controller was.
Yeah.
The console, it was like, dude, this looks like it's brand new.
It's a piece of history. I don't even like ever getting it out. I've got a couple consoles that are like in that sort of condition. We have an NES that has like barely ever been touched. We have this one, and I think we have a PS3 that is pretty darn flawless. Aside from that, most of my complete and box stuff, you know, I think it's been, you know, lightly used at least. I will say this about Sony's packaging. I don't know about you, but I don't get the nostalgia that I quite get from like a complete and box Nintendo product. Nintendo, I feel, was always so much better on the graphic standpoint on their boxes, you know?
Yeah,
like,
because this box is it's pretty
very plain.
Yeah.
And even the inserts in there, you know, a lot of the Nintendo ones, you get like posters like the Now You're Playing with Power.
Which is so cool. Yeah, there was nothing really in there besides like the phone number you could call.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't get that same like rush, I guess, when I open a Sony complete and box item. Yeah, I think we have a PS1 that's complete and box. Same type of deal. Pretty plain. They were just all about the console and getting to the games, where I think Nintendo had more of that marketing, I guess, behind it.
And the colors.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was fun nonetheless, but I don't think it would be as cool as unboxing like a GameCube or a 64 or a Super Nintendo, something like that.
If we ever find one of those, we're going to do it, 'cause that sounds awesome.
Yeah, for sure. So anyways, what do you think of this beer here? It's a breakfast beer.
Yes, this is a breakfast beer, and dude, it tastes like breakfast. It's got that really good vanilla coffee taste, because that's what we're going for, but then they're going for like the breakfast style.
Yeah.
And like this is very malt heavy. There's like a lot of malt, and it kind of reminds me of like waffles a little bit.
Yep.
And I get like that sweetness a little bit from the waffle taste. Dude, this is like breakfast in a beer, and this is 9.1%. This is a heavy banger, but it doesn't have that burn of being that that high of alcohol.
Yeah, I definitely taste like a Belgian waffle type deal on the finish. There's a buttery component on the finish of this beer too that I get. This is a really good breakfast stout. It's been a while since we've had a breakfast stout, but this is definitely up there on the list. We've had some pretty good beers from Flying Dog in the past. This does not disappoint. It's kind of coming out of stout season, so when we picked this beer to review, I was kind of like, there's some IPAs in there. But I'm glad we picked this one.
Me too. I was like, dude, this is really good.
Yeah.
I did not know what to expect because all you can eat vanilla coffee stout. I was like, what does that mean? All you can eat? Will this never be empty? But it is empty, sadly.
Well, the other thing with breakfast stouts, I feel like breakfast stouts and coffee stouts, they've kind of sort of became so run-of-the-mill that I don't really get all that jacked up to try them anymore because there's just so many of them out there. But wow, this one's done right. Great job, Flying Dog. Y'all, you can eat breakfast stout.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Cheers, Flying Dog. And also, cheers to the freaking PS2, dude. It is such an awesome console, and I can't stop playing it ever since I grew up with it. It's just a console I always go back to. I love it so freaking much.
It is definitely one of the greatest consoles ever made, and we have a plethora of PS2 content that we have done this year and more coming down the pipe.
Yeah, it's not stopping.
So stay tuned because it turns 20 this year, and we are just riding that PS2 nostalgia train, and it's going down the tracks 150 miles an hour, and we can't stop it. So, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing what it was like to unbox a PlayStation 2 Slim in 2020.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah, we always appreciate you tuning in, subscribing to the channel. Keep gaming, keep drinking. We'll see you next time, right here on Gaming Off the Grid. Hey guys, Gaming Off the Grid here. Oh yeah. Hey guys, Gaming Off the Grid here. With the PS2 turning 20 years old this year, we figured it would be
Gravy
train. Hey guys, Gaming Off the Grid here. With the PS2 turning 20 this year, we thought it'd be fun to take a
picture.
journey. What are we drinking today?
Today we're drinking all you can eat. Just kidding. It's Operation Breakfast.